United! We'll never be defeated! The students, united! We'll never be defeated! Chase Bank, fuck you! 468, Chase Bank, fuck you! 468, Chase Bank, fuck you! Welcome to the second stop on our campus march!
It's Chase Bank!
It's Chase Bank!
Chase Bank!
Chase Bank!
Is one of the worst violators!
Is one of the worst violators!
Of the human right to housing!
Of the human right to housing!
In New York City!
In New York City!
Foreclosing on poor and working people!
Foreclosing on poor and working people!
Without any consideration!
Without any consideration!
Of their basic human dignity!
Of their basic human dignity!
NYU!
NYU!
Invests their money with Chase Bank!
Invest their money with Chase Bank!
To talk about this!
To talk about this!
We have
Peter
and David!
Here's David!
And Peter and I are in the process of moving our money.
And Peter and I are in the process of moving our money.
I recently saw a Chase commercial on TV.
I recently saw a Chase commercial on TV.
Where an expectant father learns that he will be having triplets.
Where an expecting father learns that he will be having triplets.
Not to worry, the commercial said.
Not to worry, the commercial said.
Chase Bank would be there to help cover those unexpected costs.
Chase Bank would be there to help cover those unexpected costs.
For countless people living in this city, the ad must have seemed like a cruel joke.
The ad must have seemed like a cruel joke.
Because when they most needed help, Chase threw them to the curb.
Chase threw them to the curb.
Fuck you, Chase!
In fact, Chase is the main villain. In this city's foreclosure epidemic. Chase holds over $19 billion in foreclosed homes. More than any other bank in the country. It has rejected more people for loan modification. Than Bank of America and Wells Fargo combined. Its victims are overwhelmingly people of color. We're more than twice as likely to be put in higher cost subprime loans. The victims' homes are taken. Their neighborhoods decay. And their communities disintegrate. New York's foreclosure leader Chase continues to foreclose without mercy. In order to give their owners lives of unimaginable wealth. At the same time, working class New Yorkers slip into homelessness and despair. It must stop!
Mike check!
I am Peter from the history department.
Hi, I'm Peter from the history department.
So David just told us about how terrible Chase is.
So David just told us about how terrible Chase is.
How they profit from foreclosures.
How they profit from foreclosures.
And create homelessness.
And create homelessness.
How they profit from student loans.
How they profit from student loans.
And crush people's dreams.
And crush people's dreams.
How they took billions in taxpayer bailouts.
How they took billions in taxpayer bailouts.
And refused to act in the public interest.
And refused to act in the public interest.
So what can we do about it? David and I are proud. To be moving our money out of Chase. I hope you will as well. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Me and David are students. ton of money.
We don't have a ton of money.
We don't have the biggest bank accounts.
We don't have the biggest bank accounts.
But you know who does have a big bank account?
But you know who does have a big bank account?
With Chase Bank.
With Chase Bank.
NYU does.
NYU does.
NYU's retirement fund
NYU's retirement fund
is managed by J.P. Morgan Chase.
is managed by J.P. Morgan Chase.
This fund is a product of our labor.
This fund is a product of our labor.
This fund is a product of our tuition.
This fund is a product of our tuition.
And we're demanding that NYU take it out.
We're demanding that NYU take it out.
It would be safer
It would be safer
in a bank that didn't have such risky
in a bank that didn't have such risky
and unethical practices.
and unethical practices.
Lots of communities,
Lots of communities,
unions,
unions,
and organizations
and organizations
have already done this.
have already done this.
Now we're asking NYU
Now we're asking NYU
to move their money.
to move their money.
NYU,
NYU,
move your money.
move your money. NYU, move your money.